Chinese are your memory.
Yes, I know. Okay, so we are going to deal with the discussion that is related actually not just about the management, but the leadership, okay, strategies. What are you going to be? Are you going to be specific or you are going to be universal, using the same strategies for independently what the location of your staff is or not? So the country was South Korea and the USA. Okay. Please, can you read this one?
Your company plans to establish a MNE manufacturing operation in South Korea. Against it. You have been asked to conduct a cultural audit focusing on the leadership behavior of South Korea. The results of your reports will be used in internal training for plant managers due to being reassigned to work with South Korean managers for a few months. You are aware of the high collective.
This is part of the hostess, several cultural dimension. Is this a country, like a nation, more individualistic or more collectivist? Okay, collectivist is like team on the group. You are thinking as a group, not as an individual. What is good for the whole community? All right, high collectivism culture with a Confucian code. Do you remember we were watching a link on YouTube last week of a lady that was like doing business in China, and she was living in China. She loved Chinese culture. She was talking about the Confucius, that at first you believe that it's going to be very hard to make business with them, that they are kind of cold, but actually no. Once you get their trust, that lasts forever. And she was talking about the sensei, about the how people go and still visit their elementary teachers, right? After many years. Yeah. Confucian Code of Ethical Behavior in South Korea. So what kinds of South Korean leadership behaviors you want to include in your report? So basically you are the manager, you are going to make a report for training, okay, or you are the leader, are going to make a report for the managers that are going to be established there in South Korea in the future. So what are you going to include in your report? So please, since you created this one, can you read?
Mine?
Yes.
In South Korea, it is important to have solid relationships to be successful in personal and business affairs.
Give me 1 second, let's make it bigger. In
Korean culture, it is important to make a personal connection first and a business.
Simple to have solid relationship to successful in personal and business affairs. In Korean culture, personal connection first and business relationship would be
Secondary.
Yeah.
It is also important to show respect and to be known as someone who can be trusted and who is honorable.
Okay, so show respect. Okay, you're talking about long-term orientation,
Yep.
long-term goals. And as well, just to name or talk about the 7 dimensions of Costedex, what else apart of the short long-term goals, long-term orientation?
For respect, but the respect, and then you gotta show that you're also respectful, not them just showing respect to you, because it goes both ways in the Confucian code.
Yeah, because you don't want to lose face.
Yeah.
Lose face.
Yeah.
And you are honorable.
Right.
Okay, so we are talking as well about that power distance. Just to relate the concept of hosted, the 7 dimensions, power distance that is very high in a culture like South Korea. Okay, describe this in terms of interaction, okay, between the US and the Korean managers. How are you going to do in the relationship between leaders and followers? So between managers, manager level, and let's say supervisors and supervisees.
Yeah.
Okay, the interaction, can you read?
The interaction between U.S. and Korean managers would include joint training that would focus on cultural norms for both Korea and the United States. The interaction would also provide historical content that would allow both sides to have a better understanding of what is expected of them as managers in a foreign country. It is important to include the Confucian principles or protocol in terms of business execution. If the U.S. managers understand the Korean way of conducting business, it will make it easier for them to transition in their new environment. The same is true for the Korean managers, as they will have a better understanding of business protocol in the United States. When it comes to Korean leader followers, both will be held to very high standards, as they should already be familiar with the processes in place. If the Korean business leaders provide a good model for the followers, then the interaction should be very successful.
Okay, very good. Excellent post. Let's see this one. I'm going to make a little bit smaller because it's hard to read, right? If not. South Koreans value humanity and family, okay? Family within their workplace, all right. So according to Confucianism, if it is a humanist belief, it is a humanist belief predicated on the notion that human nature can be improved or even be perfected through a systematic approach of self-cultivation. So that talk self-cultivation, you are teaching yourself. Important point of this post, okay? It's like they're talking about the family self-cultivation. You are learning continuously by yourself, and the balance, the principle of harmony, okay? Like the respect that you were mentioning before, the respect of each other, okay? To create that balance. Terms of operation. Somebody can read for me this?
Terms of operation between Korean leader / follower is that Korea leadership is hierarchy and
Paternalistic.
This is also fused with the Korean concept of Ingwi, which emphasizes the harmony necessary between people of same rank and standing. However, this same interaction would have to be compromised among the U.S. and Korean managers, for example, where Koreans prolong communication to prevent being confrontational. U.S. managers would
Not know how to
would not know
restrain.
how to restrain their verbal and nonverbal communications.
I like this point of like the way you communicate. Well, we were pointing that out before, okay? And this is as well being confrontational. Now to my American students, I am pointing you. Please, can you read aloud? Please, can you, like, what is your opinion? I'm asking about your opinion all the time. Maybe it's going to make you it could make you very uncomfortable if you were a traditional, we're always talking about a traditional South Korean person. You want to avoid confrontation. And it is better maybe to write certain norms, certain rules that are going to be very clear, okay, by email, or make like small meetings first. And then their supervisors will communicate that to few employees. Better than like the big boss is communicating that to all the employees and the big boss is asking, hey, what do you think? What is your opinion? Probably they will not be willing to give their opinion at all.
Also with the South Korean, because I do have a couple of South Korean friends with them.
Yes.
And that's why I kind of mentioned the verbal and nonverbal communication.
Yes.
Not only is the verbal communication with them is crucial, what you say, your monotone, the way you address yourself in your voice, but they heavily observe your body language, because I can say one thing in a yelling voice, however my body language speaks of I'm calm. Or I can speak calmly and direct, but yes, then my body language shows that I'm mad and I want to go off on you, but yes, I'm restraining myself.
So South Koreans are, when it comes to being confrontational, they will talk as long as necessary and try to maintain a monotone